and the daddy always looking for them because they're on the same area still. And during that time, because they are Jewish family, during that time, they do not give them enough food. They said, if you cannot work, there's time for you to die. And the little kids, is getting starved, and it's getting so skinny and getting weak and getting disabled, hardly walk. The dad is so worried about the little kids. The dad always, oh my, when is the turn is coming soon, And sure enough, one night, when the dad came back from work, the dad looking for the mom and the 2 kids, and the dad cannot find them. The dad gets so freaked out. It's like, where are they? And finally, the dad found the big boy sit way on the corner with shaking, and the dad asking, "Where is your brother? Where is your brother?" And the boy was crying and said, "They took my brother, Daddy. They took my brother. They're gonna kill my brother, Daddy." And they said, "Where is your mom? But your mom's still strong. Your mom still can work. Your mom, there's nothing wrong with your mom. Where is your mom?" And the boy said, "My mom go with him. Because when they took my brother was crying and said, 'Mommy, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.' When they took him to the death chamber, he was crying and screaming, and the mom grabbed him and said, 'I go with you, son. You don't have to be afraid, because I will be with you.'" Oh, something that I learned. I was crying when I saw that video. I said, and then they said, "Isn't it the same with the love of God? He grabbed us from the death point. He grabbed us and he take us to the eternity, and he, the one that died for us, isn't it?" But Kenny said, "Mommy, why don't you bring that video?" "Oh, I promised already. I do not want to make Brother Bear cry." I choose a good video, okay? Brother Bear, I'm just kidding. Okay. Now, Proverbs 31:10-12, it says, "Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. The heart of the husband safely trusts her, so he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil. She does him good and not evil all the day of her life." Number 2, the positive mother have influence in their home. The positive mothers have influence in their home. We have big influence. We just do not have influence, but we have a big influence in our home. I mean, mothers have a significant impact and influence on the children. The way we accept our role as a mothers, and the way our look on life, whatever positive or negative, will rub off on your children. Have we ever watched like a father and son, or mother and daughter walking together? When I preparing this, I remember, one of the little girl in our church, in Indonesian church, very much, Brother Marcus' daughter, Lisi, Sister Yeni, when I say, "Yeni, do you want this?" I would say, no. When you ask Lisi, I watch them. When you ask Lisi, "Do you want this?" It's exactly the same like her mom. Even the walk, when she walk, it's exactly the same like her mom. But the positive mother has have influence. The Apostle Paul praised the young Timothy in his godly heritage, 2 Timothy 1:5. It says, "I know that you sincerely trust the Lord, for you have the faith of your mother Eunice and your grandmother Louise." I want to tell you one story also, the true story about Thomas Edison. Everybody know Thomas Edison, the biggest, one of the America's greatest investor. The mother passed away. It said the mother passed away when Thomas was a young man. He said about the mother, "I did not have my mother long time, but she cast over me an influence which lasted all my life. The good effect of her early training I can never lose. If I had not been for her appreciation and her faith in me at a critical time in my experience, I should never likely become an investor. I was always a careless boy, and with a mother of different mental caliber, I should have turned out badly. But her firmness, her sweetness, her goodness were potent powers to keep me in the right path. My mother was the making of me. That is what he said. Thomas Edison, you know what happened when we saw the past? One of the day, the elementary school teacher, when this boy attended, called the mom and was telling the mom, say that your son is so behind. Your son is not smart enough to catch all these lectures, all these things that he has to learn at school. And I don't think the future will be very bright. When that mother heard this, that mother was telling the teacher, don't worry, I will take my son home and I will do the homeschooling on my son. Don't worry. I know my son and I have faith on him. That's what happened. That boy turned out to be the Thomas Edison. That the world can see that he is one of the America's greatest investor because he find the light bulb. It's so powerful. When we become the positive mother, we have a big influence, not just in our family, but wherever we go. Maybe your children is already grown, but mothers here, the sister here, you still have a big influence to the people surrounds you. Even though maybe you're not a mother yet. I saw a couple of them, maybe you're not mom yet, but you have so much potential that God can use your life to disciple somebody, to bring the influence to somebody, to encourage somebody, to pray for somebody. Women, we have a special calling, and we have a special thing that God gave us. We have that kind of endurance that God gave us that men don't have. I'm sorry about the man, and there's no offense about the man. But that is the truth. That's why we got pregnant for 9 months. Nobody pregnant here from the man for 9 months, During the baby shower, maybe they just carry the balloon. They try to see how the man can feel with the balloon. But, that is nothing compared to what we go through. Amen, mothers. Okay, the next one, mothers. The positive mothers giving the encouragement word in their home. Amen. Proverbs 22nd, I will pass this is the right thing, Scanny. Positive mothers giving the encouraging words in the home. I copy Proverbs 22nd, 6, it say, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Sometimes something is challenging. When the kid is good, everything is soft, everything is good. It's so easy to be positive. But sometimes when things turn out, the kid is kind of stubborn. The kid is doing this bad habit over and over and over again. It's kind of tough for us to stay positive, isn't it, on the real world? But say the positive mothers give the encouraging words in the home. Sometimes we have to discipline the kids also. Every time I discipline my kids, I always tell them, this is not a punishment. This is not a punishment. The reason mom discipline you because mom want to make you to be a better person. It's the same thing at work. I apply that also for my coworker. I want my coworker is very stubborn and very aggressive. When the nurses tell her, you need to follow the policy procedure for your safety and for the patient's safety, she always talk back. She always try to fight with them. And one day I have to call her in my office and I sit down with her, and I said, look, this is the reason you have to follow